Hey there, Alex Kidman here. Today taking a look at the Duex Lite. That's what this is. A 12.5-inch extension monitor with 1080p resolution, designed for smaller laptops, although I'm actually going to connect it to a slightly larger one here, to enhance your productivity. It's a product I really wanted to like. I really did. But unfortunately, while the productivity side of it works really well, the connectivity side, well, that's a bit more of a challenge because what this does is it connects via magnets. As you can see on the back here, it has these metallic plates. You connect magnets to your laptop and then the two hook in together. Let's get that done because I want to show you why I've had problems with this particular device. So the core concept is actually pretty simple. You get this template. It is designed for smaller laptops than the 15-inch MacBook I'm connecting to here. And you pop magnets in place. They supply you with 4 of them with an adhesive on each magnet. So these are meant to be pretty permanent fixtures on there. Here they are now. I should point out I've had these ones on several other devices, and this is getting into where I actually think the connection methodology for these is maybe not so great. When you first take them out of the box, they're super sticky. Probably most people will only connect these once, but if you do need to move them over time or if they wear out, yeah, this becomes a problem. Let me show you. Initial installation seems pretty simple. This template basically shows you how far apart you need to space them so that they'll actually connect up to the back of the monitor. You stick them in place and they're kind of permanently fixed there. And that's actually why I'm videoing with this much older MacBook. It's slightly the wrong size. They do a model called the Plus, which would be a better fit for this, but it'll work, of course. It's just an extension screen. But you stick each of the magnets there in place, and they're going to be there permanently, or the idea is that they would be there permanently. A lot of the smaller laptops that I've got at the moment are review ones, and I was a little bit concerned about marking them. That's why I'm using an older laptop where I'm less concerned about that when these are removed. And the issue I've had over and over is that the magnets do want to stick to the Duex Lite screen, not so much to the laptop. And this is particularly problematic if you're using the supplied additional stickers that they give you, in theory, to fix this exact problem. It just, unfortunately, does not work all that well. Even though the concept here is quite neat, the implementation is not. And I'm not easily put off. Like, I left these laptops on there for about half an hour with fresh stickers on there to try and stick them onto the back of this particular laptop. So does it work? Well, let's take a look. At first, everything seems okay, at which point we need to connect it. Now, this is where it gets kind of interesting. Connectivity is via USB-C to USB-C ideally, or USB-C to USB-A and HDMI if you've got an older laptop like this one. And it slips. I mean, you saw right at the start of that clip, it slipped almost straight away. And it's pity because the actual screen itself is fine. You can do anything you'd like to do with a extension screen with this device, but it just doesn't hold in place well enough. I wish there were clips. I wish there was some other connection methodology because, yeah, it's just loose as. It just does not hold well. And even with those initial stickers, I don't think it's going to hold all that well over the long term. And this is exactly what's happened here. It's literally just slipped off the back of the actual laptop. And, I can kind of push it back on and try and stick it back on, but it's not going to hold long term, which seriously limits the mobile side of this device. And having removed it, only one of the 4 magnets has actually chosen to stay connected to the laptop. The other 3 have actually connected to the screen, and they're a real sod to get off there, let me tell you. Now, you can use it standalone. I've got it vertical here. That actually works reasonably well, although you will need to track down a driver. They say that it should work without one over USB-C only, but I've only ever been able to get that to work with straight screen mirroring, not with screen extension. For that, you need the driver, and for that, you need the Duex Plus driver. They don't actually have a light driver on their website, or one that's identified as a light driver, which is just mystifying to me. And hey, I even managed to get it to work in landscape mode, but you might notice down in the bottom corner there, I've actually got it propped up on something. I believe they do sell a stand for it, but otherwise you're going to have to bodge something together. And at this price, you just shouldn't have to. This feels like such a missed opportunity to me. And look, there's no doubting a secondary screen like this can boost your productivity. The only other oddity I've really hit with it is that there's no integrated speakers. So if you are watching video on that screen, it's going to be coming out from the wrong direction, and maybe that's just a personal thing of mine. But broadly speaking, while I love the concept and the idea of clipping a secondary screen onto my laptop, I don't feel like this is it. The magnets connection is too fragile to really make it worthwhile over the longer term. Anyway, that's my take on the Duex Lite. Got any thoughts, any comments, anything you'd like to know? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe.